Hello everyone, welcome to Tommy's Station. This is my Steamy Sunday part 6, where I endeavour to show you some of my steam locomotives. In today's episode, I want to show you some of my modified locos, but to start the ball rolling, I'll just pan around. I've got my cup of tea. So if we're all sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. First of all, this is for Stephen Peaks from Stephen Peaks Trained and Stuff. He showed some army wagons he bought from Lone Star, Crescent. There's another one I can't remember. And it reminded me, I had this one from Britain's. They used to make quite a lot of these army trucks years and years ago. So this is a Bedford. I think it's an S-type or an RL. Anyway, there we go, Stephen. I've got one. Nothing compared to your collection. Right, so we'll start the ball rolling with a pair of Roco BR80. These are not the hobby range, these are the executive models, for want of a better word. There we go. This first one has a smoke unit, but I think it only works if it's on DCC, so I'm not worried about that. They have both identical motors and gearings, so they run together very well. The first coach is a Roco, the second one is a Lima, third is a Roco, and last but not least we have a Lima luggage van. So like I say, very nice runners. Can't go wrong with Pico or Roco. The first one with the smoke unit I bought brand new in Germany, and that was, I think it was €86, and it came with 2 wagons. The other one I bought used some time ago. Well, both some time ago now. Okay, so there we are. That's that. Now then, I will be featuring 2 locos that have smoke units, but what I want to do now show you a loco that, believe it or not, had its own smoke unit, and it's this Hornby Hybrid X 64XX. In my last video I featured these 2 Bachmann 64XX pannier locos, and I mentioned that I had a Hornby equivalent that was a very poor runner. Now, as I say, this one also had a smoke unit, and it's called a Type 7 motor. So I spent quite a few hours trying to get it to run quite well, but it was obvious this motor was defective, to the point where it decided to ignite on the way around. So let's set my hybrid, as I call it, set that one off, and I can show you when it comes around what I've done to it. Running very nicely at the moment. Slow it right down. Now then, for those of you who eagle-eyed, you may have noticed this is not a Hornby 64XX body. This is actually a Bachmann pannier body on a Hornby 060 Ginty modern era chassis. So it's the chassis that has the Type 7 motor and not the X03, X04. So if you take a very close look in the cab, you'll see a flywheel. And now if you can see that flywheel turning. What I've done, I fitted a top secret highly classified motor with a flywheel, and that loco is actually moving. It's unbelievable. This is probably one of the best conversions I've done. Absolutely amazing. So it's much more controllable, smoother, has more power. I've tried this with over 20 wagons, no problem at all. No problem at all. So we'll run that around too. Very happy how it's running. Like I say, those Type 7 motors, I've actually got a number of spares, but I'm keeping those for my J94s because they've gone bang in the past. There we go. Now you can see the flywheel turning again. If you watch Sam's trains, he loves to try and get his locos to run at the slowest possible speed, and I think this would be a contender for anything he's ever shown. Absolutely incredible. If I say so myself, a job well done. So my second modified loco running today is this Triang Hornby 040 industrial loco. I bought a job lot many years ago. This was in the box with a number of old Triang locos. It ran but very bad. It had an X03 or X04 motor, but I've changed that now, so it has the generic chassis and motor the Hornby use now in like their Smoky Joe locos and a number of similar types. So we'll set it off. It's a lovely runner now. The problem I had with this is the bodywork is so brittle, you have to be very careful how you pick it up. I've repaired the cab on numerous occasions. I refurbished this, I don't know, maybe 9 months ago now, and again, I'm very careful with it. I think this might be my oldest loco. Triang Hornby wise anyway, I don't have many Triang Hornby. So you can slow it right. Normally these 040 Hornby steamers, or the modern ones, are flyers. They're not geared very well. They're geared for high speed, which is totally wrong. But this one now I can control it very easily. Anthony Dodge from the Insider Outsider channel asked anybody who had a loco that they considered to be a warrior, something that was beaten up and damaged but still ran, and I entered this one, so it's been featured on this channel. Okay, so now let's get the two steamers with the smoke units coming around. This is a Mahano 462 Prairie. This one again has been modified with a 5-pole motor, again quite some time ago. Runs very well indeed. Now I'll bring another one around. This is also a Mahano 462 Prairie, pulling a rake of box fans, and this one has also received a modern motor. As I said, these have smoke units. They work, and they work very well, but you have to run the locos at a very high speed, and I don't like that. There's a reason for that. There we go, stop it there. These new 5-pole motors take hardly any current, whereas the old Mahano locos required a lot more, so it was basically in tune with the smoke unit. And obviously now if I want to use the smoke unit, I have to run them at a high speed to get the current flowing into the smoke unit itself. So anyway, I'll just move this one forwards and show you. If you look in the cab, you won't see this one turning, but it has a brass flywheel. So again, this has a modern 5-pole motor. It's actually one of the ones I've kept for my Pico BR218 locomotives. So this now has a Pico motor with a flywheel. So off we go. Hiccup on the points there. There we go. Wouldn't do it when I'm practicing. The moment I turn the camera on, it starts up. Okay, so we'll also set the box fan running. So again, this new motor has made a world of difference to that Mahano loco. They can be made to run so well with these new motors. So we run this one over the bridge. Very smooth now. It was a very good runner anyway, but like I say, the Mahano motors, the original ones, weren't so smooth and quiet. Okay, we stop that one. And there we go. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye.